Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to slightly mix it up with an offensive solar Warlock build, letting you take full advantage of all of the OP solar artifact mods this season, but not forcing you to main Well of Radiance. For hard endgame and boss damage, Well of Radiance, it's great, but in normal content in my opinion, I just like to use something different and change it up quite often. And I want to bring this build to all of you. This is my Daybreak Dawn Chorus build, harnessing the full capabilities of the Solar Warlock subclass. Let's get into it. Now, obviously, our exotic of choice is going to be Dawn Chorus. The armor perk is Rites of Ember. Your Daybreak projectiles deal more damage and scorch targets on impact. Your Scorch is improved, and you gain a small amount of melee energy when your Scorch damages a target. All of this is so strong working together. Your Daybreak Dawn Blade Super projectiles do more damage and Scorch on impact, which is great. Your Scorch from any source is improved, and you gain melee energy when you Scorch a target. Now that means solar weapons, your grenade, and your melee will all refund melee energy back to you. Just refunding the cycle and starting it all over. It's super strong. And of course, I love to combine that with weapons that are gonna Scorch. Something like Zayuli's Bane and Dragon's Breath. These two are a match made in heaven with Dawn Chorus. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Back to the subclass. The overcharged Daybreak projectiles can completely torch even some dungeon and raid bosses. So in Onslaught, it can completely clear almost entire waves, even on Legend mode. Most notably the Tormentors. You can hit those guys incredibly hard from as far away as you need to, allowing you to safely clear that wave. I've been loving it, and like I said, combined with weapons that can Scorch, it's a match made in heaven for the subclass, the exotic, and all the weapons working in tandem. Going into the subclass, of course we're using Daybreak Super, but in my opinion, if you need to, do not be afraid to switch to Well for the boss damage phases. I know you need a little bit of extra damage and survivability in those boss rooms, so hey, for the bosses, I recommend Well. For everything else, Daybreak it is. We're going to be using Phoenix Dive, our Incinerator Snap, which adds the most Scorch of all the melees, and the Fusion Grenade. For my aspects, I'll be running Touch of Flame to overcharge my grenade and let it explode twice, increasing the damage and the Scorch, as well as Heat Rises. This will let me hold to eat my grenade and proc the Heat Rises buff. This will cure my nearby allies, as well as granting me insane amounts of melee energy and refunding the timer when I get kills while airborne. This is extremely strong and pairs well with being in the air, surviving, of course Daybreak, and using your Phoenix Dive to dive out of the sky on your teammates and survive. All of this working together with our fragments here, which are Ember of Char, Ember of Ashes, Ember of Torches, and Ember of Empyrean, will all work together to just increase our Scorch, increase our melee energy, and let us, of course, like the Warlocks do, refund our ability cycle and just do it all over again. Now, I just want to touch on the weapons one more time. Anything that can apply Scorch will be great. Zayuli's Bane here, and Dragon's Breath especially. This can proc Scorch over and over and Ignitions, which will reload the weapon and just refund insane amounts of melee energy back to you by itself. Dragon's Breath is a great option. If you don't have it or don't want to use it, of course this week is crazy and everyone's talking about it. Good old Xenophage, just swap the exotic. Moving on to the artifact, these are the tried and true mods you'll need for this season, letting you Scorch entire rooms, ignite rooms, debuff bosses, and grant Radiant for free. What you need is Kindling Trigger, Flint Striker, Revitalizing Blast, and Rays of Precision. All of these work in tandem with your subclass, granting you Radiant for free, letting you debuff stronger enemies, and when you get a Precision Final Blow, igniting the entire arena. You'll also want to pick up Overload Rocket Launchers and Argent Ordnance. When you have an armor charge, this will increase the damage, reload speed, and stow speed of your rocket. Very strong, and pairing it with Overload Rocket gives you a way to damage champions. overall, super strong. I love builds that just have insane amounts of synergy with the subclass exotic, weapons, the artifact. It's awesome. Let me slide over, show you guys the mods here. I've got an harmonic siphon here, a grenade kickstart, firepower, anything you want of your choice on your chest piece. I went with 2 solar weapon surges just to increase some more damage, as well as a powerful attraction and time dilation. When I phoenix dive, I can grab orbs and they'll last a little bit longer. Really fun build, everybody. Let's slide into some gameplay and let you check it out. Alright everyone, this is a super strong and really offensive Warlock build, and let me know down below in the comment section what you think of it. Like I said in the beginning, I love when everything is working in tandem to just boost the build. Your exotic, the subclass, your weapons, even the artifact mods are all refunding energy, working in perfection with this build loop, and I'm loving it. I can't wait for the final shape when Bungie adds the HUD and UI change to let us see just exactly all the perks and buffs that are active at one time, helping a build like this. And speaking of the final shape, it's quickly approaching, and Bungie has been cooking with these last couple updates. It's really a perfect time to get anyone you know, returning or new, into Destiny 2. And if they need a channel to get more information on builds or content, anything like that, suggest this one right here. I really appreciate all of you, and the growth over the last year has been unbelievable. It's from the viewers like you, and I cannot say thank you enough. If the content is deserving, like I said, share this channel with your friends, getting them back into the game, and please subscribe and like the video. It helps channels like mine grow, and we're doing this together. I appreciate you all. Like always, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.